welcome everybody to another episode of the Gangster Chronicles. I'm one of the hosts, Norman Steele.
And Big James.
And today we got some special guests. Two of the guys, newest cats on Digital Soapbox right now from On the Line podcast. Y'all want to introduce yourself?
I'm Junior.
I'm JJ Fumpy.
Yeah, On the Line podcast, they talk about any and everything that goes down in the P-Now system. Y'all want to explain y'all show a little bit? So when they do catch up with it?
So on the line, we have several different segments of the show.
Tell me the mic.
Can you hear me? So one of the segments is called High Speed Chase. The second segment is called Law Library. Another segment is called Part of the Game. The next one is called, another segment is called Chop It Up. So those are the segments of the show, and those are the topics the current events we will elaborate on in our show. If you check out our show On the Line with Junior and JJ from the Digital Soapbox Network.
All right.
Hit that like and hit the subscription button. Even on Gangster Chronicles, hit that like, hit the subscription button. And leave the comments.
All right. Well, let's go. These are two homeboys that's been in that and locked up for most of their life. So now they got a show and go put y'all up on game. James, what's going on with you, my brother?
Oh man, everything. Trying to stay focused and do my thing.
Yeah.
I want to touch on, and I don't watch YouTube like that and all this other shit, but when people start hitting me, I had to check it out. This little Tekashi cat, I just want to touch on this dude because I think he truly got life up in a very big misunderstanding of what he did. You can't glorify that situation. I don't give a if you try to glorify it with a hammer, rape, murder, robbery, none of that shit. You know, to do what you did and then send people to prison and then come home and then say the reasons why he did it is sad. You did what you did because they was your baby mama. Youngster, the first thing you do is, was your baby mama raped by any one of them cats? No. She wasn't raped, she gave them the so they was doing something and putting it down a way you couldn't. And she gave up the
Oh boy.
You was sitting out there and you knew what you was getting yourself involved in, hanging out, kicking it. This to me, this is what happened. I need to build not only my self-esteem, but I need to build up my gangsterism. The only way I can do that is go fuck with some real niggas. When he did that, now I have this behind me. It's not like a contract you could tear up and just move on. Now you stuck and you don't have a way out. So your only way out is to get caught up in the situation. And that's to video them while they doing dirt and all this other bullshit. So you pretty much set yourself up just like you did them. But there's no excuse for the way this dude is talking. There's no excuse for it. He's talking like I was justified in what I, getting at these cats like that. No, you're not justified. Why did they whoop your ass? You ain't told that story. You know what I'm saying? Why would I put my hands on this cat? Because if you up under my tutelage and I'm getting paid the way you say you was paying, nobody in the hood gonna touch you. I'm going to prison or I'm gonna get killed by the homies. Because you with my money.
Right.
And that's what them dudes was doing, man. They was taking care of that cat. They gave him what he wanted. And there's a lot of cats in the music business that don't fall up under that creed. They, come up grown and born straight gangsters. Gangsters by nature and not by choice. Some of these cats are just pulled in. You know what I'm saying? And then now that they where they want to be, now is you try to slide out, get the fuck out the way. It don't work like that. You done created a bomb, motherfucker. You don't understand. And just because you paid your money, spending money taking care of motherfucker, you're not excluded from the rules.
Exactly.
This hood.
Well, you know what the biggest thing is though with him? He pretty much used them motherfuckers to get the notoriety that he wanted in the hood. He
That
talked
was the word I
cash.
was trying to get.
He used them to get notoriety, talk cash to everybody, and really he was running New York. Didn't nobody say nothing back to him because they wasn't scared of him. They were scared of the people he was running with. And a couple of them cats, his glasses on, boy, my dude glasses, he messed with Mail Murder and all of them dudes, right? So the thing was, he used them to get his notoriety. He saw the heat was coming down. He got tired of paying. So he said, you know what? I'm about to drop the dime. Once the heat came down, it was an escape plan for him because he knew that what was going to happen, it was exactly going to happen. We live in a generation of suckers right now that accept any and every damn thing.
Well, I'm not just going to leave it on Tekashi, though, on that note, because it's our fault that we allow any and everything to come in the hood.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we allow so much bullshit right now, man. It's like the dude came back, man. He just broke the internet record with 30-something million views.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, back in our time with nobody, and I don't want to sound like one of them old, but it's the truth. I know they get sick of hearing us talking and everything, but that's why we got formats like this, just to keep it all the way funky. This dude should have been got his head busted open, man.
Well, the rules are has changed big time. This situation, you don't have to sit on the couch and wait for paperwork. You saw this dude do this. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, that's the only time a motherfucker would move on you is when that cat sent that paperwork home. You know what I'm saying? And it's black and white. It's there. You already out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's fucked up because you got cats that use the word snitch very, very loosely. You know what I'm saying? And now you have falling in line just because another said whoop the wham bam. It ain't sitting back and show me the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? This cat on a note like that, anytime you stand over there and they said, is Michael Jackson present? Do you see the man that robbed you? And you say, yeah. You already done.
That's snitching.
You done at that point.
That's snitching.
You're official like a referee blowing the whistle.
Right. So how can you come home and got all these excuses? If they tried to kill you, they would have killed you. Half of the excuses that you use. And then at first I was sitting back like, man, he kind of like make a point. But you have other options. You the motherfucker with the money. You could have said, I'll be back and don't come back. He should have had a spot where he could go to be out of sight, out of mind, and didn't have to with them dudes no more. And that's just called just leaving them dry. Now y'all ain't got the mother money no more, but I'm out of here. And then go on and do your thing. This is the reasons why I left. But you can't use that excuse because you left funky. You feel me?
His exit was all bad.
Yeah, and it just fucked up how he's out there. The little cat is just so arrogant. You know what I'm saying? And out there showing his little money and his jewelry and shit like that.
Well, you just named the main thing. He the dude with the bag, right?
Yeah.
When you got the bag, that means you have power.
Yeah.
That means that you go get some niggas tougher than them niggas that you fooling with, and you bring them on the squad now.
Right.
But he was
But
just
don't let him in that deep. You know what I mean?
I don't mean to cut you off, but this dude, 24, 25 years old, this little cat don't know the game like that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, definitely.
His intro was up. The only reason why he got in is because he had the money. The only reason why he wanted out is because he was losing his money. He was giving his money to that he was knowing f***ing his girl. You know what I'm saying? So, don't blame it on them, but you still want to be with baby mama? No, baby mama was giving the away. It didn't matter about the money because she was getting down in a real kind of way.
Yeah. It was.
And that just let him know what she did. She thought you was a clown from the beginning.
Exactly.
From the jump, she already knew you was a buster.
Here we go.
Any any real
It goes
brawl,
live now.
any real brawl know.
Speak on it.
Your homeboy trying to get at. That's where pillow talk come in. Hey, babe, you know so and so ain't no good. What do you do? Oh, he tried to slide up on me, but you gonna handle that a different way. She never did none of that.
Because that wouldn't. That's,
Look, she just took the.
yeah.
Continuously. It's one time, all right, but you doing this repetitively, that makes you a repeat offender.
I'm raw with it, dog.
But it's just a conversation that these brothers have. That gang mentality is a mother, and it draw you in.
Yeah, you got to think like that.
Bring
That's
pop
what pillow
that.
talk. That's what pillow talk.
Yeah.
Is. She was real.
She didn't do that,
and
though.
She never see. Women can see a mark, a bust, or whatever
Oh,
you
man,
want to
most
call
definitely.
it, just as we can see it. You just a with money. That's
Exactly.
all. But I got something for you. I'm gonna slide up under you, and then I got some real who gonna come get that from you. It
Yeah.
happened many a times, and that's what happened with him. You know what I'm saying? She seen him as a from the beginning, but he got the money.
Can I say something? This is what we call real talk right here. We kind of, not me, and I learned from my experience, but people now today oppose too much on these entertainers. He's an entertainer, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So he's really not a real live street. He's a pretendo or wannabe, and he had the bread or had access to bread
Right.
to pay some real. I gotta be careful how I tread this.
No, you don't.
I don't?
Hell
Okay.
no.
Okay. All right. So
It's like, dude, I see you.
right,
You're not hiding, bro.
right. So it's a segment we got on the line show called. What's the segment called? Part of the game.
Part of the game. Part of the
He
game.
wouldn't. He didn't listen to his older homies or any homie to let him know that these things can happen in the course of you out here about that life. Really about that life, not for real, but for play. So he got a part of something and realized this shit get real. When he's talking to those federal officers and he's incarcerated, he's standing for count, eating that burrito, that peanut butter and apple, standing up in the cold ass cell. He ain't got no cell phone. You know what I mean? It's not about this individual we're talking about. It's about, let's keep it real. He's just a person that had a platform that could speak on it, like we had a platform to speak about his ignorance and his demise.
Right.
Okay, so there's other people that's from all around the world, around the United States, that got to understand this. Don't hate the game, hate the player. Meaning this, he wanted to portray that he was a real street. He wanted to be out there flossing, throwing up whatever turf he threw up. I don't know the particular name of the turf. He threw the turf up, but he wouldn't really won. He really wouldn't won.
No, well they get that. They get the picture now.
Okay, yeah, now.
But
yeah,
I
but
mean,
he,
it's not even. I mean, let's just.
but
just
he really
plain-
wasn't with the shit like that.
It's not.
When
It's,
time to get
he
down
didn't have
the
to be,
shit.
and they knew that from the beginning
Right,
when
right. Well, those around him knew he really would, but in his mind, he thought he was with the shit, but he really wasn't with the shit.
No, he didn't.
He didn't think that?
No, he had a game plan going in.
At 24, he had a
You
24.
hell
he had a
yeah.
game plan.
What else you do? You've seen it done by so many others in the industry. They hire gang members, they hire bodyguards, they hire motherfuckers, and then now I can act out and be a certain kind of way.
Okay.
Now the first time I seen this little cat was at the L.A. airport, and he had a fight with some
Some random dudes.
Yeah. So he was on, I don't know, trying to prove himself to the homies or his security / homeboys, which
Right.
turned out he got himself caught up in the game because he wasn't bred there. This wasn't his lifestyle.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay, so he chose to pay for that lifestyle. Now, by the time that he got in it and he saw it was thick,
It was real.
it was no other way out of that. No other way out of that.
Time to
Because
pay
they
time
was
to pay
in
the
him.
piper?
Yeah, they was in him. They was in his pockets deep. They was in his girl deep. They was in his life. And he couldn't get them out of his life. So it just goes back to show how because you got money, you put yourself in situations. I've seen it.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, James? Actually, Tekashi is not the first person to do this.
No.
He's just the first person to be in the public eye because I'm not gonna go into too many details, but the situation that you was in, dude, kind of did the same thing.
Suge did the same. What Suge did was he incorporated the homies, the hood, and the hood got him to that level. Once he got on that level, he figured he can be that dog and shake the fleas, but you couldn't shake the fleas because now he consumed the hood now. He all hood now, and some people can't take power and be good with it and know how to use it. The authority is a mother. Being able to do that you couldn't do in high school, touch a mother
Right.
and walk away from it. You couldn't do that in high school.
Okay,
But now you can beat ass and choke people and do all these different things because you got those cats behind you.
But see, here's the thing that separates. That's the same scenario, but here's the thing that separates Suge from this clown.
Oh, I would never put Suge in.
Oh no, not
Nowhere
at all.
near that. No, Suge is nothing like that.
All the game, he knew them before he was Suge. So there's no problem to go back and get the homies. These dudes, he just probably met over a cup of tea or something.
Well, Suge grew up in the hood. That he did. But the cats that he had on his payroll, he did not know.
Right.
Suge, and I knew Suge, but my brother didn't know Suge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My brother Bunchu didn't know
Now
Suge.
let me ask you this: when Tekashi 6ix9ine came in, his intro was all up from the beginning. Test my gangster, suck my dick. You just wilding out.
But he can talk like that because he already incorporated these cats, these hitters, these that's with the business.
But the thing about that is, the number one thing, you disrespecting people, bro. You can't be doing that shit.
That's what I'm paying y'all for. Because if they come at me, y'all gonna take care of them.
Right, but at the same time, they probably feel like this dude running his mouth too much and he getting this and some we ain't trying. So,
But
you
see, that would have saved them a court case if they'd have thought like that. I'd have been left that little alone.
Right,
Nigga,
right.
you dynamite. I'd have
See,
been walked away.
not only
They've had a
he's
couple
going-
hot
he
ones
was
with
going to
this
different
one.
states and getting into it with everybody. Like I see, I'm here.
Because
when the
he
All-Star
can
game
now.
was out there, he was
Because he
talking shit.
can now.
But the nigga from LA got in his ass.
But
when
see,
the All-Star game
now
got
he
in-
dealing with a different breed of gangster.
Right.
Well,
Now-
you know, and he was he had beef with a dude from that I heard is a real cat. They say the Casanova cat is a real cat, right? The Casanova dude out of New York.
Yeah.
You know, Tekashi and them, I guess, busted on dude, right? Dude didn't retaliate. Like, he was running with some official dudes out there in New York. Wasn't nobody scared of Tekashi, but see, Tekashi, what happened is he tore his ass all around the country. It's not like he could be like the other New York to move out here to California up around here where we at somewhere.
Exactly.
He couldn't go because he don't got, in the course of him running around talking shit to everybody, he don't got himself with some shit with some real cats out here that was trying to really get to him. But they could never get to him like they wanted to. So it's like he in a no-win situation. He can't go to Atlanta because he into it with down there. He into it with out here. Where he gonna move to Mars? Because
Right.
everybody in the country, he don't started so much shit around the country that he can't go nowhere. Because if he'd have came out here, he'd have got tore up.
That's why I say his intro into the game was all. He just came in disrespectful.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to say nobody else, nowhere else is soft, but LA cats handle their business a little bit more different. You can't talk crazy like that out here and get away with it.
That's what down south. That's what all of those guys that's not from California are totally different from like our gang banging is on a different level than the rest of those cats. New York them don't really ain't on the real Bloods and Crip thing. So the level of gang banging is totally different. My mentality is totally different from some of the cats in New York. That don't mean you ain't got them on that type of tip.
Yeah,
They
we're
own
not
it.
saying New York people soft, so I don't want to hear no shit in the comments. Oh, y'all saying New York is soft? No, we're not saying it. It's just a different level
Oh,
out
yeah,
here.
I've been there. I got some homies over there, and they push the line hard over there.
All over.
Oh yeah.
Vice versa. But kind of tripping off something, man. I am. Not y'all, maybe so, maybe he is. But we got to understand, we just keep using this gentleman's name, right? That problem has this in our own community today. not at the magnitude, but not, and someone who has a platform as such as he had at the time.
Oh, he's
But we had that, yeah, we had that stuff had happened in his time and your time and my time as well.
You just keeping it 100, snitching heels, telling heels at an all-time high.
We saying cooperate with the authorities.
Or cooperate. Well, you know what it come down to, man.
Not saying that is not the way you should deal with things, but if you're a gang member, an active gang member, you should not be cooperating with the authorities.
An active gang member, and I'm here to tell you, brother, just because you're an active gang member don't mean you are not subject to be friendly with the police. It's called everybody, and the majority of all the guys out there, they got tickets. They use them when they feel it's necessary. California is giving up too much time for a month. When they say, "What you finna do? 55 years?" Man, check this out. Hold up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's pray about this.
And this is what we got to understand, because man, the police don't have no say in the court.
No.
But what you say sitting at that table talking to detectives and other shit like that, that's what they take into court and use against you.
What's that?
You know what I'm saying? Now, I pretty much think it's f***ed up, because if this it killed 9 people and I killed 4, why you want to convict me? That's because I'm ruthless. You don't think he is, so you're going to use him to get me. We'll give you 5 years. He going to jump on the 5 years to say that I'm the beast.
You this, you that. Yeah.
But we both killers.
Secretary speaking.
Yeah, but we both killers. So let them, the system is totally fucked up. But the let me say, design has been there from the beginning of time. And it kills me to hear some, and I know everybody that watches the show got a motherfucker to say, "Oh yeah, man, there's been so many goddamn huggy bears and just guys that got relationship with the police." You know what I'm saying? Some of them met them from the county jail. When the gang mobs was 48 and 4300 was
you talking about Operation Safe Jail and OSS Operation Safe Street.
They just have a program, and they know how to shake us up. They know how to get you to talk without even talking. And the next thing you do, he gonna go to the next door and say, "Well, your boy just told us what happened, and he told me you was the gunner. What the f*** you think he finna do? Oh, he a motherfucker lie. He ain't finna pin this shit on me. That nigga had the motherfucker gun. It was a black 9, and he had on whoop." That's how it go. But
it shouldn't go that way.
It should
not go that way.
But
it has happened.
But
it will continue to happen for some people.
You got cats that get out of jail after doing this, it's done changed. Because they ain't getting killed for it.
If you're bored in the house, why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming. While you are probably looking for new things to do at home, why not make manscaping part of your routine? You know what's funny? When James got his Manscaped in the mail, he called me and said, "Man, I feel like a new man. My balls feel so fresh and so clean." And I said, "James, the last thing I want to do is hear about your balls, man. Come on." Manscaped is forever changing the grooming game with their Perfect Package 3.0. Precision engineered tools for your family jewels. The Perfect Package 3.0 kit comes with the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0 waterproof cordless body trimmer and a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your manscaping routine. This third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaped accidents. Oh man, just imagine getting cut on your balls. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. Inside the Perfect Package, you'll also find the Manscaped Crop Preserver, an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. No more smelly balls. You're probably sitting on the couch with your hand on your balls anyway. You might as well keep them smooth as eggs and smelling fresh. Subscribe to the perfect package to get a replacement new blade refill for your lawnmower trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. Now, for a limited time, subscribers get not one but 2 free gifts. The Shed Travel Bag with $39 value and a patented high-performance anti-chafing Manscaped boxer briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code TGC101 at manscaped.com. Do yourself a favor and always use the right tools for the job. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code TGC101 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code TGC101. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped. Again, use the code TGC101 at manscaped.com. That's manscaped.com. There's no reason for you to be walking around with smelly, musty balls. Get yourself together, man. James did it.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. You exactly right. I'm going to tell you another dude, man, who ain't nobody, and Reggie said this, and this ain't me. You know how we feel about the just pointing brothers out and stuff.
Well, let's not.
But, no, I got to speak on this.
What's his name?
The cat, Jim Jones.
The rapper?
Yeah, Jim Jones. Now, you think about this. You know, he don't ducked all kind of jail time, gun cases, and drug cases, you know. And it's like the thing is, this man he was facing 5 felony counts and a misdemeanor from his June 2018 arrest. He was sentenced to 2 years probation and a $1,500 fine. 3 of the 6 charges were dropped. He was
misdemeanors.
No, but hold on. Let me finish right now. Felony counts, possession of a firearm, all kind of stuff, man. This dude don't got away with all kind of stuff and ain't got near a bit of jail time.
Maybe he had a
and
hell
you
of a
know,
lawyer.
and no, but they said he was running around with them cats too. I think he's mixed up in this thing too, man.
Okay, if he is,
allegedly
let him get caught. Don't tell on me. It's not if I get caught, we get caught. That's not how it works.
It's plain and simple, man. If Jim Jones was in the middle of that shit, he'd be in jail right now. Tekashi wouldn't have wasted 5 minutes to put him in it and say this motherfucker did whoop whoop too. You know what I'm saying? And this is the cold thing, man. I'm not gonna just start throwing monkeys in the bucket because this said, "F it." I'm not gonna throw him in this situation and my up get down because if he got away, he got away.
Right.
If he out of the situation, let him stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? But that little cat didn't do that. That little cat got the name of the girl. What's her name? Cardi B and everybody else. Cardi B auntie, Cardi B grandmama, Cardi B granddaddy was dead 30 years ago. He told him the that was in World War II.
Hey, look, man, this is rough.
That.
I mean, for the homies that are incarcerated in the state and the feds right now, that probably was a victim of somebody ratting on them or cooperate with the authorities. Yeah, dog, man, that's bad out here on the streets. I just want to address that, dog. And I'm saying, them men up there, key ways of down moves are non-affiliates. Don't matter who you are in there at this time. Well, that shit is way bad out here in the streets, man. And this motherfucker right here, this gentleman right here, he's a prime poster kid for that type of shit. And then mess around, had these kids out here in these streets, believing that shit was cool to do. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to happen to one of these kids or these younger folks. One of them will get their noodles knocked out. Because they was like, well, Tekashi, whatever his name is, said he did this and I could do this.
Right.
Then y'all gonna have a cremation and a car wash for that motherfucker. I'm just being real. I don't want that to happen. But as time has passed and how they groupie and jump on stuff and look for stuff to attach themselves to, this is a demonstration right here. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but believe me, it's gonna pop up in the news, on the internet. It's gonna show that somebody believed Tekashi, whatever his name, it was right with what he did, and they're gonna try to utilize it in their life.
Right.
And they're gonna come up not breathing.
But see, even after he didn't pointed his finger, told him whatever, okay, let me get out, lay low, get back to business. He partying like he just, I mean, you know.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. He got the feds all around him. Who gonna go, like, really at this time? Who is gonna go do something to him right now? The police is all around this dude. He got the whole entire precinct probably in his
You
backyard.
got the United States with it.
Yeah, who gonna go do something to him?
Well, he gonna have to fall in line.
Yeah, but at some time, they don't protect you forever. It's gonna be a point in time where they gonna feel like, okay,
losing the range on him.
And you because one, you acting a fool. It's like, why are you doing this? Now we gotta relocate you to somewhere else.
Yeah, he don't have to get relocated twice already from what I understand.
Exactly. So after a while, they gonna just be like, you know what?
You gotta look at it. He don't have a face that you can hide.
No, he don't.
He would have to go through the laser tags. He would have to do all kind of to not be recognized. No, serious. He got too many tattoos. He would have to wear makeup every day.
That's
so he ain't hiding.
Can I say something to
you?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Listen, this is a youngster. He ain't lived that long. I know blah, 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 blah. He's a youngster, man, and he don't really know the significance of the shit that he really done to himself.
Oh, he know, man.
You think he do?
Yeah,
you think he do?
You know, he ain't lived that long, but he lived long enough.
Let me ask you this question.
24 years, man. You got some cats out there that lived a lifetime at 7 and 9 years old that been there. For him to get where he was at and to get involved with some real gangsters, he ain't stupid.
But I'm talking about severity. What I mean by that, let me get to what I'm making. I'm trying to make it real fast. He haven't walked off 10 years or 5 years on him in a federal prison. He still think it's a game.
Yeah.
Right? So when I first went to prison, I didn't give a about going to the yard. My older homies, I can't say all the stuff they said, but they're like,
yeah.
I went to the yard, did my with a couple years. I did, I think, 4 years on the yard. I was back out in the street with the shit. Soon as they let me out, my first time, right? Didn't give a about what they was talking about, who was talking it. I'm trying to do this. This is what I'm doing. I'm banging and I'm hitting licks.
Right.
I got my ass caught up and got sent back to the yard. So what I'm saying to him, this is the first time publicly that we know of. I don't even know the guy. I'm just going on this conversation. He went to federal prison. That's, whatever, a couple months, whatever, dry out, whatever it is. So now he back out. And he think, that wasn't shit. I got a paid lawyer. I got out. I'll be able to get out emotion by getting emotion. So he haven't really walked off no decades or half of a decade.
I don't believe he ever will, because
and realize,
at the end of the day, somebody is gonna run into him when the smoke cleared and all that shit wear off. Mm-hmm. He gonna find himself by himself and on his own.
Like Steele said, he created all these problems in different states and on the coast. Now he created another problem because you didn't tell on one person, you told on a few. Now they have homies and they have friends. It's like, look, you know what I mean?
The thing is, he told on some people that got paper too, man. So they ain't got to ever lift a finger.
Right.
If I'm worth a couple $1 million, if I'm worth $1 million, I'm not gonna ever lift my finger to go do nothing.
But I'm not gonna give this that kind of credit that he's that smart. I'm not.
No, not him.
You know what?
I'm not gonna give him that credit.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I understand what you're saying, that the people that he told on, they got bread.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
I understand where you come from. I completely understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying I'm not gonna give this that kind of credit.
No, I'm
at 24 years old.
But I'm gonna tell y'all,
no rocket science. He ain't no
I'm
smart
tell y'all
street
something
nigga
about
at
this
all.
kid, and we might
he was put in a situation where he listened to the federal, he cooperated with the authorities, and they dictated his program.
Yeah,
that's what happened with him.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That happens with a lot of the people that get in the same situation he has been in now.
Let me tell you something. They didn't just find Tekashi 6ix9ine. They didn't just find him and call him and say, "Man, we need you to give up your boys." They ain't just find him.
Okay.
If it make more sense of him calling them and say, "Man, I got some motherfuckers on my heels. I can't get them off my
real,"
and they involved in
right.
The same stuff he's saying. That's what I'm saying. This motherfucker ain't as stupid as you want to make
he ain't.
Thing. He's very calculating. This stuff is just not no accident. He plotted this whole thing. You could tell from the beginning the man went to the Breakfast Club the day that all this stuff cracked down and pretty much said something was about to go down. Well, I'm separating myself from them because, they're not good people. I want to separate myself. It's time for me to change my life. He been knew what was going down.
He had to do
I wouldn't be surprised if this had a plan from the gate. I'm going to get in with them, and when he saw it got too thick, say, man, you know what, I'm going to tell on them. I'm going to tell.
You probably knew that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rule it out, but I believe that he was the
Possibilities are
the authorities had laced him how to run the play.
And then I got to go
I don't
back.
think he that damn smart.
But then the thing is,
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up, no. Let me answer this. So you don't think he that smart? Even if the feds came at him and said, "We need you to set these cats up," how the did he get away with doing that? He just cool, calm, and collective the whole time. He ain't put them up on nothing. He ain't nervous. He ain't doing shit. This dude is taking videos from the car while they robbing motherfuckers. This dude is doing videos, and the video ain't doing this. The little motherfucker knew what he was doing, and he done it before. He been there.
I said I wouldn't rule it out, but my prediction, I'm not going to rule out what you're saying.
Yeah.
What he's still saying, or Junior's saying. I'm saying that I'm not going to give him that credit.
Right.
That means you can give him that credit. He can give him credit. You can give him credit.
They're like,
I'm
it's
saying
a
me
plan.
personally.
Right.
But I believe he was coached.
I think he's a plant. I
Oh no,
really do think
no.
he's a plant.
It's not that he used to call it a mole. He's literally said, "Hey, I cooperate with the authority, federal government, the United States, to prosecute these niggas I claim they used to be my homeboys."
And you know what?
So,
what?
yeah,
The
I'm not
money
arguing that issue.
The money that he been flashing or doing, that probably came from them. Some show money.
It could be.
It's all kind of avenues to the way.
This shit deeper than what the eyes can see.
It's deeper than the motherfucker.
It's deeper than, because it be right in front of us
Mm.
as black people, as whatever gang members or whatever. It's right in our face. The games the police play with us, the way the police play us against each other, the way the police keep me mad at you. Because if we mad at each other, we ain't gonna get together. We ain't gonna come together.
Unified.
So if they keep us
separated,
then they can
Work their
divide and
pieces.
conquer. It's the same thing.
Yeah, circle theory.
So even with
Divide and conquer,
Tekashi, he could be, okay, man, we've been trying to get these motherfuckers. We know they murderers. We trying to get them. Mind you, they don't give a fuck about us, but they just want to do their job, and they keep their job. So we gonna need you to be one bam. But in his case, he grew up. That motherfuckers know him as a kid, working in the store, the whole nine.
Right.
So
I remember.
he got involved in something that got a little too heavy for him.
Correct.
And his only way out was to call the police and say, I'm telling you, man, I don't see that little boy doing nothing else. He was scared for his life now at this point because they slapping the shit out of him.
And everything else.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wasn't.
You know what?
Shit
I'm
got
gonna tell y'all
super
this,
real for him.
and this is the truth right here. We can sit up here and talk about this little rat till we blue in the face.
No,
Guess
we
what?
done. We done.
He gonna go out there and still sell a gazillion records. People don't give a damn no more.
I don't know. I'm not. See, you know, I've been different, and my mama know I'm different.
Because you know,
I'm gonna say this. I want to see what he do. If he sell the records like you think he would, I don't think he would. I don't think the concert.
he already doing it, man. The man just broke the internet.
Man, that ain't nothing.
He just broke the internet. The video don't got the video alone. He put on there
if he had
in
the form.
2 hours. Didn't he put about? Man, I'm
What,
telling
the
you.
video with the two girls?
Yeah, if he did the forum right now, if they said Tekashi can do a concert at the forum tomorrow, that motherfucker would be sold out.
How many people?
I got.
It don't
I got
matter.
to see Fat Meat Greasy.
It don't matter.
I gotta
There's gonna
see
be
it.
a whole bunch of kids there. Do you agree?
Kids. Use the word kids.
That's what I'm saying because they don't give a damn about all
No,
that
they
stuff.
don't. It's not only that they don't give a damn. They really don't understand the ramifications. He's just. They don't understand snitching. What is all he told to get out of jail? Oh, okay. Well, he didn't. You know, they was gonna do this.
No,
too,
well,
so,
and you got people such as us that say, I would have did the same damn thing. You got people out there would have said,
Right.
because they heard him say, where was my justice?
Who's the people? Who's the people? Are they non-affiliates? Are they affiliated members?
Everybody is associated by something. What's a non-affiliate?
A person that does not actively be involved in gangs.
Oh well,
Gangbanging stuff.
if you know two, you guilty by association. you guilty by association. ain't a motherfucker that walk in the hood can say I don't know no gangbangers. I am not affiliated. My nephew's been going to jail and getting arrested by the police just because who their uncles was. You're guilty by association.
That does happen. Yeah, that in that case. What about the ones who don't? I'm talking about the ones who don't have an uncle or a nephew or sister, brother, and cousin.
civilians?
Well-
Right, civilians that just get caught up. That's what I'm saying. Those that don't.
Civilians are regular people.
Those are the ones I would address.
But some people don't live by a code like
Correct.
we do. They just
Correct,
I
they
just want to
don't.
go do my
Those are
eight,
civilians.
get
Those
my
are not
check,
affiliated.
and live my life.
Okay.
Those are
We was just talking about this, right? Now, what if a civilian get robbed, and that civilian go to court and say, "Yeah, them the guys that robbed me."
that's different.
No, he's labeled as a snitch too.
I'm gonna tell.
That's true.
But look.
But why? I'm a civilian. You robbed me. I'm not
But
affiliated
see,
with you, mother.
This is where the shit is wobbly. The civilian, they look at him as a normal guy going to work. He get
Or
robbed.
woman.
Or woman. He told on me. This is different because this cat came in, test my gangster. I can go anywhere I want.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
totally
doing-
different. But Tekashi is not a civilian.
Right. So when you put yourself
He's a
in
gang
si-
member.
when you put or a gang wannabe.
No,
when
he
you put
He was a
yourself-
member.
they blessed him as certified,
he paid his way in there.
but they blessed him as certified.
Okay. They blessed him. How they blessed him, gave him a badge of honor or whatever. But when you tell on somebody as a civilian, it's normal. Like, okay, well, he was just doing this normal thing. He was going to work. They robbed him. He got a family.
So
People look at it like that.
He's not considered a snitch.
No, yeah, yeah, he is.
Why?
Because when you look at Tekashi, he's glorifying that life, running around telling people to suck his, just being totally
But the
disrespectful.
postman is an average day man.
Oh, the postman, he could tell on who he's not bound by those rules or those
No, I
standards.
use the word postman as saying
But a civilian,
instead of
a
civilian.
regular guy that
Okay.
has a 9 to 5. He's
So
not
my
bound by-
grandmama is a rat because this man snatched her purse and got on, and then he came to the door selling hotcakes,
No,
and she
no.
called the police on him.
No, your
So now she
grandma's
wait a
not a
minute.
rat.
Now she go to court. Man, a man or woman. What's the difference between a rat? I mean, you got to understand. If you tell, you tell.
Listen to what you just said.
But
though.
why the fuck did I
You
tell?
said your grandma. This is a lady who raised kids, probably raised everybody else's kids. She's not out there being disrespectful. I'm this, I'm that. Test my gangster.
Nor is a civilian.
Right.
She's not pressing.
I think
pressing
y'all
the
saying the
set.
same thing, James. I think he's saying the same thing you're saying.
It's not the extras.
Yeah,
All right,
The extras that's
I
required.
wanna get past Tekashi because
Oh,
I
they'll
think
do
we
so.
gave that nigga a whole bunch of time.
Yeah, real
But-
talk.
And I think this topic is for all of us, and how do we view each other opposed to watching every day being killed by white boys, supremacists, whatever the KKK, whatever the case might be. This young guy was jogging in his neighborhood, and these motherfuckers get out of the truck and kill him.
That was his neighborhood.
Yeah, he lived in
That community that
Yeah,
they
in that
murdered
community.
in.
Here's the thing about that. Who gives a f- if it wasn't his neighborhood? There's not a sign that says if you don't live here, you can't jog.
no niggas could jog.
Now in some neighborhoods you got the gated community with HOAs and Mellaroo. Hey, if you don't live here, you can't be.
But
around.
it's
right. But if it's no signs, he can jog wherever you want to jog.
exactly.
Well, yeah, and the
He
thing
can
with him
jog backwards
was
if he want to. What
Still,
gives
still,
him the
hold on a
right to tell him
Watch this,
that you
what's
can't
up?
jog here?
So should he had stopped or kept jogging?
Stop for what?
There we go.
What
so.
what am I
And see, the
stopping
thing
for?
was, they tried to say their whole reason for being was saying that there's been a rash of burglaries in the neighborhood. They saw him jogging, he looked suspicious. So the dude get his gun, go tell his son they get their guns. They pretty much chased this dude down and gunned him down.
Yep.
That's
And,
what
and
it
They
was.
started him. Yeah.
now, how the fuck do you say you got a man in some jogging shorts, a t-shirt, and tennis shoes? He ain't got no burglary tools.
Nothing in his hand.
He just died because he black, and he's jogging.
Yeah, and what they tried to say, you know what the thing was, they said it's coming out now. Of course, they're trying to come out with some. They said he was looking, there was some houses under construction, and they said they saw him looking in the window or whatever. How many times, I've done that before. If I'm looking for some property, I might be looking for some property. If I see something new going up, I may go look.
On some peekaboo.
How
Check it
many of
out.
us have done that? If you
Right.
see a house or something that's, go probably be for sale or something like that, and you go in and look at, that's how I bought my townhouse. I was walking down the
Looking
street
in
and
the
saw
window
a for sale
at
sign,
department store.
and I looked, I said, oh, that's nice right there. I like that right there. I'm going to come back and, call a number on
But
there.
that still don't constitute you murdering someone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Not at
just
all.
because if my man speak, even though that using that's how you get lost in assaults when you start addressing that issue. We're not even tripping that. We shouldn't even discuss that. We're discussing the issue that the man was unarmed
Right.
and you slaughtered him. In the story.
Then they try.
And there's no justification about what he did prior to that.
Self-defense, but how is it self-defense when you chase me down?
Y'all got guns, I don't.
Yeah. You defending yourself from what? An unarmed man?
All right, let me ask you this, big dog. Just say in the hood, we in the hood kicking it, and a white boy come jogging past us. We gonna stop that white boy, and we kill him. Who's gonna go to jail? And how much time you think we gonna get for killing that white boy just because you was jogging?
We have been up under the jail.
Everybody going to jail. We going to death row.
So let's just switch it around.
Out here.
And here we go. Here we got a little boy with a hoodie on, and he in apartments. He ain't doing but a security guard can kill you. Come on. But if that's us killing the security guards that y'all got in our motherfucking complex, so-called they self protecting our
Yeah.
what the I mean,
you're right.
if the shoe was on the other foot, man, this wouldn't be. They gonna nip that shit in the bud.
What?
They gonna make sure they gonna take everybody in the hood to jail, cause they know somebody gonna say something.
Right.
And when that motherfucker say something, we all going to jail. We all gonna get life in prison.
Guarantee that.
Might get capital murder.
That's for sure. Dribble.
So
out here.
But this ain't what, and this is where we fall off at, because we all should bear arms. And
for sure.
And if the shit happen, like, because it's real. It's some racist motherfuckers out here for real, and will kill you just because you black.
I got you. I totally believe you.
But we still walking around, still gang banging, shooting each other, just killing each other on the quarantine.
Yeah.
But ain't paying attention to television that we being wiped out in 3 different kind of ways: police, civilian white boys, and the gangs.
We now add the coronavirus to it, because that's impacting us more than it's impacting any other race.
Okay, so four different ways.
We, as a black man, boy, we up under it for real.
But that's our fault. That's our fault, because
everything
niggas need
on
to
the black man.
We need to stand up and pay attention to what the is really going on. We need to start looking. Man, let's stop killing each other. For one, the gang shit, ain't nobody getting it. If you get a check for being from a blood gang or a Crip gang or whatever, let me know, because I'm gonna pay you too. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna give you a check on top of check for being a gangster. Ain't nobody getting a check for being a gangster. Ain't nobody getting a check for how much more time you get than the next mother. And we killing each other, and then we can sit here and watch how these people are taking us out.
Man, I'm gonna say something after
when they
talk.
doing it, it's not even hitting no more like it used to be. It's just playing out. So what? That's how they doing it. So what?
When was it hitting?
Before they got video cameras on their shirts.
Media, before they got all that. Now it's just we doing it, and it's starting to happen just randomly. Every time you turn on the news, this young lady got killed in her apartment, or this dude was walking home from school with his basketball. I was just like, God damn.
And you know what? Through the technology now, they said. I remember when I was on the yard, and I can say this there, many years ago. We first got the phones, you know what I'm saying, using the phones while we were in the cell.
Yeah.
It was like, man, this motherfucker is a blessing and a curse. That's the same thing that we were saying that about technology.
Right.
This motherfucker, you start realizing, man, shit ain't really, in your head you think one
Phone
thing.
gonna get you caught up.
Right, but when you call and check in, tap in with mom, tap in with pop, tap with wife or whatever, nephews, sons, kids, you start hearing their voice on some different level. Like, damn, this shit is real out there. This, you're like, damn, I had one thing in my head, and then when I talk to somebody or I see it on the phone, and like, damn, that shit is different, right?
Yeah, for real.
And you start realizing, damn, man, you start really having those worries and realizing I fucked up. I've been in this motherfucker too damn long. My vision is fucked up. I'm distorted on how I look at you. I hope y'all understand what I'm talking about. If y'all don't, I think Junior do.
Because
y'all got me. But those who looking, and some of the homies is in the state and federal pens, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a trip when you look at that phone and start talking to your people and start realizing if I was out there, this shit wouldn't be going down. Then your ass end up out here, and then you see this shit, you be like, what the f going on out here?
Kind of like institutionalized when you start thinking penal code instead of, and then don't know how to function when you get on the outs.
Yeah, but if you could, I mean, some of the brothers or sisters are, because if you look at what they conditioned for, and then when they come out, you take it's called reentry. When you leave from there and get put out here, and you realize you can't do the shit that you could, what will cause you to go back, or you don't have nobody supporting your facts and what you saying. Man, f these fools, let's run these motherfuckers.
You have to learn how to readjust, because just like you went to prison,
Is that
you never
right?
been there, and you had to adjust to being in there.
Right.
Now you know you're getting out. You
Well, don't they
readjust
call
to
that
getting out.
rehabilitation?
No.
You go through some type of rehabilitation in
And,
prison.
No,
That's what they tell you when you get out.
That's what they tell you, but how really works, your rehabilitation comes from the partner you made amends in. Look, man, when you get out, man, that's where your rehabilitation comes from. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers don't care. You know what they told me when I was walking through R&D getting out? We'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in a month, 6 months.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know
They
what,
tell
though?
everybody that because they know 90% of them coming back.
Right.
Yeah,
your
but
ass
hold
ain't-
up.
Your ass go f up. You gonna be back.
Yeah.
Excuse me one second. I'm gonna say this still one second. I had a for California. I had a CC2. I was in Calipatria, and I ain't gonna say the year, but anyway, I was in the '90s. I was in Calipatria, and I went to classification. And it was a sister, you know, understand me, in Calipatria on, I think I was on B yard. So I went in classification just for our parole. You know what she told me? She just looked at me. Nice looking sister, thick as a $100 pork chop. She was sitting in there, she looking among these white people. And I'm not just targeting white people, those who were sitting in that committee. And she looked at me. She said, how long is it going to take?
Yeah,
I was like, what you talking about?
Before you
She
come
said, your ass
back.
get out in about 3 weeks. How long it take for you to get back? In my mind, I was like, F you, ho.
Whew.
Yeah, I said that. In my mind, and I said that. What you talking
But
about?
I think everybody that
I did
walked
come
out of
back,
prison, yeah,
I did come
yeah.
back.
And that's why they said
11 months,
to
13
each
days
and
later, I
everybody.
did show back up. Still about this.
But you know what, though, James, you made a pivotal point, man, that we need to have our right to bear arms together.
Yeah.
And we need to really protect that right, because I'm going to tell you in California what they did. Just like you got those white folks in Michigan and Kentucky that's walking up to the mayor's office with guns and stuff like that.
The
They can do that.
militias?
Yeah, they can do that out there because they haven't gave their right to bear arms. We have slowly let these Democrats out here in California take away all our rights and soften everything up. You know why they did that? Back in the 60s and 70s when the Black Panthers was rolling, that's what they used to do. They used to walk up to office
to City Hall like
with
that.
things like that. If you had, back in the day when the Black Panthers was jumping off, stuff like this didn't happen. You know why? Because you know what they would have did to them white boys that would have been out there? They'd have showed up 20 deep to their crib with their guns out, citizens arrested them motherfuckers and took them down to the police precinct and said, here, y'all go do something about these motherfuckers kill somebody. If y'all don't do nothing about it, we are. We don't have nothing like that. Instead, what we got a bunch of motherfuckers, like James said, running around killing each other. We running around shooting at each other, but our only weapon against them white folks we got is this motherfucker right here, this phone. This our weapon right here now, phone.
The power.
Hold on, James, let me say something. I'm going to tell you this. What happened, I don't give a fuck if it's a policeman or another man jumping on me. If I'm somewhere and I'm getting my ass whooped and I see y'all motherfuckers pull this motherfucker out, if I survive, we going to have some problems. Because if somebody is jumping on my brother right here, I don't give a fuck. If or my sons, I don't give a fuck. Policeman, civilian, whoever, I'm not going to sit there and let you just kill my people.
You can't do that, man.
We'll both be dead together, if anything, but if anything, I'm activating. And that's what hasn't happened, man. It's time to cut this shit out. It's enough of the marching. It's enough of the praying. It's enough of going to church. We need to start doing something about this shit, man.
It's enough of turning the other cheek.
Yeah, because you know, as our people, as a black people, I know what city who was looking at. In some cities, they don't even have a black grocery store. We can't come to. We can't come to have our own bank. We can't come together to get our own grocery store. We can't come together to get our own car dealership. We can't have our own commercial property.
We can
we
because
need to do so.
we have
Instead
that.
of talking about it,
Well, can
get
and
with
won't
it.
is two different things.
We need. If we can't get that, yeah, we sure ain't gonna better get together and have no business.
That's the point that
business.
I've been trying to make. That at some point we have to get better with ourselves.
Correct. I
You
agree
know what
with
I'm
you
saying?
and
And I'm talking about not separate. We need to
Unify.
each other. We
Correct.
gotta do it. If we don't, if we stay the way we is,
we for to get non-existent.
it's
Completely.
it's pretty much done.
Wipe
Okay,
ourselves
let
out.
me ask you this. You're saying that, but to the people that don't know how or don't understand, how would you go about it? It's easy to say it, but how?
It's easy, man. Everybody in the neighborhood gotta stop. Look at this shit that we looking at, and then pay attention. We've been killing each other for many years. Now you got these different organizations coming up and saying it's time to stop. You got Crips, you got Bloods, squashing beefs, and all this other. That's it. That's the start. You got old men that walk with Martin Luther King is pissed off today. You need to get them brothers out the mother closet, and they need to come and organize some. You need some motherfuckers that been there in the game
We need the Black Panther Party back, and I'm gonna tell you.
Not only that. You have to have a structure.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to complete anything, do any other thing, you gotta have. You need order.
Structure.
If you don't have order, you have misunderstanding. If you don't understand, this is why you got this COVID-19 going on, and you got cats out here on the block shooting at each other still. Come on, man, this ain't the time to be killing the motherfuckers. We already dying. But we out here shooting motherfuckers because motherfuckers don't want to stay in the house. This is how fucked up it is. And who laughing? The police is sitting back smiling. Look at these ignorant motherfuckers. We just an ignorant ass race.
You said structure
Yeah.
and order. That's one thing that our people is not accustomed to.
Because
don't
we
like
gotta
taking orders.
we have to create force.
But nobody likes taking orders in our culture. Nobody wants to take
Man,
orders.
let me tell you, we take orders every goddamn time we go to jail,
But from
every
each
time
other.
we go in the
But
stove.
from each other.
Yeah.
We don't want to do that.
And that's their goddamn problem.
That's
Some
what I'm
niggas need to die. Some of the motherfuckers that don't want to be on this motherfucking boat, kill them.
It's not funny you say that.
Wait a minute, no, it's the truth.
Right.
If you don't kill the goddamn monkeys, and you let them eat all the bananas, we gonna starve.
I'm gonna tell you, man, we better get unstuck off stupid real quick.
Thank you.
Because I'm gonna tell you, we won't mess around. I'm gonna tell you, if it keep going at the rate it is now, man, 100 years from now, we will not be around. And I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the mixed people and stuff like that. I'm talking about us, pure. You know what I mean? We won't be around no more. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, what's happening is, man. Right now, they have us programmed. I'm going to tell you something that tripped me out, man. This my boy Top Dog said this week in the studio. Dude Dog from TD, he told me this one night. He said, man, it trips him the fuck out that a will walk through the neighborhood and gun all kind of down, right? But the moment the police come in the room, he put his gun on the floor, get on his knees and submit.
I said that 40 years ago.
Let
me tell you why I did
They
that.
were scared of that.
The reason why I said that because back in the days when the drive-bys was only cracking,
BG era.
everybody, these cats do their drive-by and take off. But it's 5 motherfuckers in the car doing the drive-by. I don't know why, but it's 5 motherfuckers in the car and everybody got a gun.
Yeah.
But when the police get behind your ass, the majority of the cats that's doing life in prison are doing time because they pulled over, not bailed out the car and shot back and got away. If you shoot back at the police, they gonna duck. They human up.
Yeah.
But you surrender. Why surrender?
You got a whole court in the street.
And this is hold on. Let me give my disclaimer.
When it gets real.
This is our disclaimer. We're not telling y'all to go out there and fight the police. We're not telling y'all to go out there and do nothing ignorant, but what we are saying is that we better get organized. We better do something quick.
You said cut down the unnecessary bullshit y'all got going on.
No, we really got to understand that these people have an agenda, and they don't like black people. You know what I'm saying? They don't like Mexicans. And if the Mexicans don't see it, if the black people don't see it, some white people, and all white people ain't bad. Because you got white women living with black men, white women living with black women.
There's a mix.
I got a mixed son. My son is white, got a little white in him. But, I mean, all white people ain't bad. But the ones that are,
in position,
they have control. And that's the dangerous part. Long as we keep playing like we can't see, we can't hear, and we don't know how to motherfucker talk, we ain't nothing but monkeys. And we subject to fall off this motherfucking planet at any time. At their discretion, not mine. And then they got us to help them
indirectly
kill each other.
well, can I say this? You hear this a lot, we kill more of this, da-da-da, these are stats. And then you hear about the same stats about COVID-19. Some people dying of regular stuff, and then they entitle them that they died by COVID-19. Some died of a heart attack, and they say they died by COVID-19. No. I'm telling you something that I know, that one of the young homies passed, God bless his soul, and recently in the city I'm from, they passed for something else, and they hit him with that jacket. So I'm not saying a conspiracy theory.
I think they did that with a lot of people.
Okay, so
passed.
what I'm trying to make a point, and the point is be that y'all people say, well, blacks killing blacks. Look. Whites kill whites, Mexicans. And also, we're not the only one doing this.
No, but
it's nothing like
how you know?
It's the real
How you know?
disproportion.
How you know? How you know?
You want me to tell you how I know?
No.
That shit is plain and simple. Living in the hood, growing up in the hood, what was the first time, and I ain't gonna even use you, me.
Okay.
The first time shooting another motherfucker of color. 12 years old. Now you go from 12 years old to 45 years old shooting motherfuckers. How many motherfuckers you think? No, I'm just saying. No, that's shit over with. I ain't talking about dead and nothing. Don't let it.
Hurt.
This a point. It's millions of black men my age and started at a young age has committed serious crimes amongst each other.
I'm not saying that.
So here come your statistics. So if one individual can say, and I'm not going to say me or that, or just say him, that Cameron, his cousin, know that he committed, let's say 10, 15, 187s. If he know that, that's just one individual. You times that by 20 million motherfuckers that's living the same goddamn life. You go to the cemetery and look at all the motherfuckers on they what's called them, say born in 1980, died in 1991. Short lived. Motherfuckers ain't dying of cancer at 10 years old.
No.
At 20 years old.
Correct.
We have killed a lot of our own people.
I'm not
we
saying
have hurt.
we did not, big homie. I'm not saying that, but
you don't need statistics.
There's people of different ethnicities who killed their own people as well. We just
not on the level of us.
Not at the rate that we are.
Where you get your statistics for?
Because you just see it there. It's there, like he just said, man. It's like the thing is this.
I disagree with you.
First of all, like this,
I can disagree.
Do you see? Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna tell you what white folks will do.
We're not doing it.
Hold on,
the black folks are not doing it. That's gang active.
Hold up, because I don't want to be. We can't be talking over each other and stuff. The thing is, bro, it's like this. White people, what they will do, they get drunk, fight, knock each other out, but you would never see no gun come out. You never see a pistol come out. Us, first thing we do, if I'm fighting him and he knocked me out to get the best of me, first thing I want to go do is get a pistol. We live on our pride with our own people. We do our own people so dirty, dog.
Let me what you call them. White people in gangs. It's not publicized that they killed each other on the street like blacks do. You don't see white boys that was just in a gang shooting and killed 4 people in the hood. You don't see that. You don't see, and there's not too many white boys in prison that killed their own people. You got them in there, but it not on the level. If you get all the gangbangers, the majority of us in prison is for murder. A lot of them in there for murder and killing. I killed the blood. I killed the crib. It's a lot of us. It shows, statistics shows in prison, in the feds, and we the ones that it shows because we get more time. We get more time than the white boys.
Correct.
Now, the Mexicans, if anybody on our level, on our page, is them. They funk is pretty much the same, but they don't fuck each other off like we do. Now, the Mexican gangs, they war, but not as such as how we do each other. And then, not only that, the police, you don't hear the police killing a white boy every week, a Mexican every week.
No.
We like a target. And you got to understand it, and you got to pay attention. I mean, I see the streets every day, even if I ain't in that motherfucker. If I'm not in the hood, I see it. I remember it. I lived it. I know what it smelled like.
Mm-hmm.
And every time you see a drive-by, and when that motherfucking helicopter, he got to throw his hand out. He got to show, what's happening? Yeah, I'm doing this. We put ourselves out there.
Correct.
To be put in situations. We do this to ourselves. But then when we do it to ourselves, why get mad at the motherfucking police, man? He just killed your cousin. That's because it's close to home. But these niggas over here just killed your nephew. We mad at the police for doing what we doing to ourselves. See what I'm saying?
I got
so
the
when you do this,
when
when you do statistics, we just got to look at it from within. You know, a lot of cats has been killed through drive-bys and the gangster shit, the blood in the crib thing. Just think how many over the last 50 years, 60 years. That's a whole lot of us. That's a whole lot of it. Motherfuckers, I'd have rather died in Vietnam or something than die in the motherfucking Compton, L.A., or in a motherfucking alley. You know what I'm saying? So statistics don't mean shit because you never know how many motherfuckers on this planet or how many motherfuckers in the hood. So statistics is something some brilliant motherfucker come up with and say, I think it was like 180,000 Bloods and 690 million Crips. How the f*** would you know that?
Yeah,
you counted it. You can't count that.
But at the same time, can I say
just
this?
like the corona shit, you can't count that.
Can I say this?
One thing, I know we run out of time.
Can I say this right quick before we go big on and Mr. Steele? If a white boy go in and shoot up 13, 14 motherfuckers, shoot up innocent folks.
Yeah, you see that, and that's
You know what I mean? They do one crime, never got no record or nothing, go in there and start out 16, 40, 50 motherfuckers.
That's because they listen to rap music. That was a joke.
Okay. We ended on that
what you're saying, man, but
we in it.
You know, this one of those episodes, man, that we not gonna come up with no solution to this one episode, man. It's just healthy dialogue,
food for thought.
Man, food for thought. But I will tell y'all this out there. It's a lot of stuff going on. We really living in some turbulent times right now.
For sure, we are, no doubt.
Whatever you got going on,
biblical times.
Stack your money up. We are truly living in some crazy times right now. Just on another note, Tyson Foods, that's the second biggest food manufacturer in the world, said that our food supply chain is broken, which means that we might start running out of food at any time in the next month. Like, seriously. And that's because we got rid of the farmer. We living in some crazy times in America right now.
Hey, we run out of food. I'm gonna be
We'll see y'all next week.
Get the latest exclusives, unedited content, Live streams with some of Digital Soapbox's most polarizing hosts like James McDonald and others. Sign up for your Digital Soapbox membership today. Packages start from $1.99 to $4.99 monthly, where you not only get exclusive content, but you also get it commercial free. Press that button now.